So this is a nice mirror from Basnlife. But I thought this was like a very nice, slick design, just all metal frame. So pretty simple. And you can see here, it can just like kind of hook anywhere, so it's really easy to mount. But you know, sometimes simple is best. And you can get these in all different types of sizes. I think I got a 20 by 30, if I believe. I can't remember what size this was. 22. So this is 22 by 30. So that's usually perfect for a 24-inch vanity. You know, it's all personal preference. You can go as big and as large as you want, but I felt like 22 works pretty well over a 24-inch sink. And then we're going to be having light sconces on either side. So, but yeah, this Basnlife mirror, really simple to install, but really nice, slick design. I mean, it really, it's, you know, it provides a nice look.
Can you hang it right like the other way too?
Sure.
If you wanted to?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you can do it either way. So, I mean, this can make sense. You know, if you had an overhead light, it might make more sense to do this way. But since we're doing side lights, you know, you could really do either. So it's nice to have those options. But I really like how you hook into this. So it has basically a little bracket that you clip into. So you know, you can be anywhere on here and it clips in. Pretty awesome. You know, let's just say to the bottom to the top here, that's 1.5 inches. So wherever we want the top of the mirror, we just measure 1.5 inches. Put that in and we're ready to go. Okay, so let's just determine our height. This is always personal preference. It depends on how tall you are. But let's just go off the top of our sink. I mean, I'm usually between, you know, 10 and 14 inches, but again, it really depends on your height. I'm 6 foot tall, so, you know, this is an 8-foot ceiling. So I mean, if you had a wall, an overhead lighting, I usually set those around 8 inches. So that would probably work out well, but it all depends on, you know, what kind of light fixture you have and how it hangs down. So really the height of a van or a mirror really depends on what you're working with. So I don't know, what do you think about that?
I think that's a good height right there.
13 and a half.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just center it off of that. We'll go 13 and a half off of the countertop. Now this is kind of a low vanity, just so you know, 33 and a half. So this is actually considered a low vanity now at this point, because a lot of them now are coming up 34 and a half or 35. So typically you're a little bit higher, but since we're down a little bit lower, yeah, 13 and a half I think looks pretty good. Let's reference our top so that we can measure down to our bracket. So 43 and 3/8, we'll say. 3/8 is our center. And we just want to come down 1.5 inches for our bracket. So our bracket's going to sit right on that line. 21 and 3/8. 21 and 3/8 is the center. So I was measuring 1.5 inches. Like basically the way that clips in there, it's basically right at the top. So 1.5 inches. And this is going to be center. So we just want to make sure that we... Now you could be, what's nice about this bracket and the way this mirror is designed is that you could be off center like 1 inch and it's really not going to matter because this just slides into the back of this. And so it's not like a picture frame. It's not like something you have to have exactly center so that you can center that mirror. You can be off one way or another. And then again, just choosing the height from 1.5 inches down makes it easy to set that bracket so you have your mirror exactly the height that you want it. Okay, so I have blocking behind this one. So it makes this really, really easy when you have blocking. Because it makes sure it's secure. But if you didn't have blocking, you'd want to put one of these plug anchors in, and this will basically hold it in drywall. So again, this is really simple. Just right into the back of this groove. So again, it's all the way across. So you can be anywhere within this top layer and probably get this mirror to set really nicely. I mean, that's pretty simple. It's so easy, I can't even really show it because you obviously can't see this being clipped on there, but this guy just basically has a little ledge on it. It just sets right on there and that's it. Makes it really easy to set. Just double check your levelness and we're good to go. Yeah, Basnlife definitely makes it easy for hanging a mirror. And I tell you what, one thing I want to pay attention to here is see how nicely that sits against the wall right here. This is something that a lot of other mirrors with different types of mounting brackets, you end up being spaced off the wall and it kind of rocks. And I'm pushing on this and everything's flat against that wall. So as long as your wall surface is flat, this is going to sit nicely. This is one awesome design feature of this. Because like I mentioned, other type of picture hanging type of mirrors, they always kind of lean out of the wall and you really can't do anything about it. But so the bracket system on this makes it very, very simple. So this does have a protector on it, which is nice. Because as a contractor, I love to smudge things up. There we go. Now you can see the clarity of it.
It was just the kids.
Yeah.